Hello, hello.
The Front Porch Show.
Ho, 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 ho.
The Front Porch Show.
Hello, hello. Ho, 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 ho. It's the Front Porch
Christmas Show.
Bring on the cold.
The Front Porch Show.
Still a go.
The Front Porch Show.
Bring on the coal. It's still a go. The Front Porch Christmas Show. This show is what we do. Merry Christmas from us to you. Hello, hello.
The Front Porch Show.
Ho, ho, ho.
The Front Porch Show.
Hello, hello. Ho, ho, ho. It's the Front Porch Christmas Show.
Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, By the Seat of Our Pants Productions proudly present, live from St. Mary's, it's the Front Porch Christmas Special! Starring John Stevens, I am Don VanGalen, along with the piano man Frank St. Germain. Join John and his guest Dan Troyer from Troyer Spices. Emily Stokman from the St. Mary's Veterinarian Clinic. Stacey Wheal from the St. Mary's Christmas Lights Festival. Plus special musical guests, Ann Bryan. Tom Osgerby and Carolyn Burchill. The usual suspects. No, this has got to be wrong, Frank. This can't be right. I don't know. Don VanGalen and Fern Pridham. And our special Christmas editions of Alternate Facts and Community Calendar with Marie, all tonight on the Front Porch Show. And other surprises, including a visit from a certain special big guy himself, all tonight on the special Christmas edition of the Front Porch Show.
All the cast and crew say Merry Christmas from us to you.
Well, what a wonderful night. We're Canadian. Hey, it's a few degrees above zero. We can take it. You people are really strong. That's fantastic. Well, I'd like to welcome you all to the Front Porch Show. And we're waiting for somebody special to come up here very soon. But I can't talk to you about who it is because they're taking just a wee bit too long. They should be up here by now. Okay? Where are they? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting.
This is a live show.
This is a live show.
What, you got music, eh?
Here we go. Keep coming.
I promise you live animals, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Don't you know this is a live show?
No idea.
Okay, well, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for a place to sleep. I'm so tired.
Okay, any other problems?
And nobody has any rooms in St. Mary's.
Okay, well, oh, gee. Well, this is a live show, and we're really busy right now. Look, we're really full. We have a garden shed out back. Is that okay?
It'll have to do.
Okay, well then, get your donkey off the set, please. He's a bit stubborn, isn't he? Pull.
Someone have a shovel, John?
Uh-oh. Hey, stop. Hold it. No, you people are really good. Look, you deserve better than a garden shed. We're going to give you the best room of the house for free, okay? Very good. Okay. Okay, now, live animals. Anything can happen with them. Well, following that, we're going to do now Don with Alternate Facts. Thank you, John. Will my two contestants please come down and join me? Quickly. See if you can beat the donkey. That's one.
Now.
There she is, there. All right. So I have briefly explained alternate facts to these people, but you all know how this works. We're going to ask them some questions about a story, and hopefully they can determine whether it is true or not. That is, whether it is an alternate fact or in fact true. But first, let's find out who these people are. Your name, sir?
Chris,
Chris, where are you from?
St. Mary's?
All right. And you, ma'am, who would you be?
Well, my name is Adeline.
Last name?
Oh, do I have to say?
No. Proudly.
No.
Proudly, Adeline VanGalen.
All the way from?
Kingston.
Anyone travel farther than Kingston to be here tonight?
Church Street.
Ah, okay. Well, there'll be a special surprise for her. Anyways, so on to the story. In 1963, George, I will not divulge his last name for fear of embarrassing him, a divorced father of 2 sons, was determined to spend Christmas with his sons despite a court order to the contrary. And he figured there was no way his wife could deny his children a visit from Santa Claus. So true to form, George arrived early Christmas morning, hoping to emerge from the fireplace. He climbed up on the roof, and he stomped around, making lots of noise that he hoped would wake the kids, and he had some sleigh bells in hand, ho, 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 and then descended through the chimney. And of course, as luck would have it, not being Santa Claus, the would-be Santa got stuck. And he was not found until the next morning when a fire was lit in the fireplace. And the smoke backed up into the living room, prompting a call to the fire department. A few hours later, an unconscious and slightly singed Santa is rescued and revived by the fire department, and promptly arrested by the police for break and enter at the insistence of his ex-wife. Ladies and gentlemen, and specifically you two, is this true or is it in fact an alternate fact?
I'm going to say it's false. Alternate fact.
Alternate fact. And you, ma'am?
Too crazy to be true, but I'm going to say it's true.
And we have one winner, obviously, because we've got a difference of opinion here. Let's see if the audience can help determine the truth here. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we got here? Is it true or an alternate fact?
True!
Alternate fact. Well, that sounded like a clear majority for true and one alternate fact. Yeah. So I have carefully researched this. There are other variations to this story, including that the Santa succumbed to his injuries. And in those stories, they are all false, alternate facts. But in this case, of course, we're not dealing with that. There are many instances of would-be Santas climbing down chimneys and getting stuck in one variation or other. But none have actually killed themselves in the process, fortunately. It would be a real damper on somebody's Christmas. Now, in this case, it's complete hogwash. I made it up. So, the special Christmas special prize is a candy cane for our lovely contestants.
There goes our budget.
Yep. And seeing as it's Christmas and I happen to have a personal interest here, my daughter will also get one. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for participating in alternate facts.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna get what on the show. Whoa, what do we have here? We have a sheep, and we have, what are you people? Shepard. Now, don't you work at Shepard's Dairy? Okay, and you are? Shepard. Wow. Now, what runs
In character, you gotta give him that, eh?
method acting? Okay, what brought you here?
The angels.
Angels told you to come here. Frank, that wouldn't have been you.
Angels we have
Don,
heard on
you
high.
tell him to come here?
Do I look like an angel?
Oh, just a minute, John.
Must have been Marie.
But don't forget, John, my last name is Saint Germain. Remember that. Look at that.
I
He
thought it
gets
was,
in by a technicality.
I thought it was Street Germain.
Yeah, well, it could be after
Hey,
tonight.
that was a joke. You're supposed to laugh. Okay. Hey, Sheep. Look, he could lie there all day. He looks very comfortable. Probably because the lights are warm. Okay, off you people. Go.
John,
Yeah.
what's for dinner later?
Vegetarian. Vegetarian. Oh. Okay, Marie, community calendar.
First of all, I have to say happy birthday today to Lenore Brockman. Happy birthday! And tomorrow, Monday, December 4th, is the community supper at 5 p.m. at St. Mary's United Church. Wednesday, December 6th, is the St. Mary's Horticultural Society Christmas show, potluck dinner, and annual meeting starting at 6 p.m. at the Legion Hall. Remember, this is your last week to place your fruit sale orders with the Kinsman. Orders must be submitted by Friday, December 8th. Drop off your order form at the St. Mary's Independent or visit the Kinsman website. The official opening of the new Wellington Street Bridge is at 10 a.m. Saturday, December 9th. And the Canada 150 time capsule will also be buried during this ceremony. The St. Mary's Memorial Hospital Auxiliary cordially invites you to a Christmas shopping open house on Saturday, December 9th at 29 Witter Street West, the home of Lori Arthur. The open house is from 1 to 4 p.m. Also on December 9th, Joy Brigade will be performing at the Legion Hall from 7 to 10 p.m. This is a family-friendly event. On December 9th and 10th, Community Bible Church is presenting a musical celebration of the Christmas story. Join them at 7 p.m. each night for the night before Christmas. The Friendship Center is holding a festive holiday social on Tuesday, December 19th, from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon. Come and enjoy treats and Christmas carol karaoke. Don't forget the family New Year's Eve celebration at the PRC with free swim and skate between 6 and 8 p.m. Happy holidays, everyone, and may you all be blessed with the spirit of Christmas.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, well, what's going on? We've had a donkey, we've had a sheep. What's that?
It's a camel, of course. It's a camel.
A camel.
That's right.
Can you, Frank, is that a camel?
One hump.
It's
One
a
hump.
Canadian camel.
That's right.
Canadian camel.
Loons.
Okay, very, very nice. Good. Okay, so what brought you here?
We follow the star.
Oh, yeah, here I am.
The bar.
We heard there was a bar.
Bar. Oh, the bar's over there. Yeah, you can get hot chocolate.
They
stuff
can follow you on Facebook, couldn't they?
Okay, they could. Oh, hold it. We have a star up there, I guess. Maybe that was it. Well, okay.
What's the name of the camel?
This is Alfred.
Alfred the Camel. Okay, fantastic. Okay, very good. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Let's hear it for the camel. Okay, now for our first musical number, we have Ann Bryan singing I Saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus.
Okay. Ann, are you ready for this arrangement? Because I don't have one.
We'll fake it. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I love Donnie. He says, Frankie, do what you always do. Just fake it. Just ask my wife about that. No.
see me creep down the stairs to take a peep. She thought that I was upstairs in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
Okay, Ann, let's do it again. Everybody can clap along. Can you clap along?
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Perfect.
Underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep downstairs to take a peep. She thought that I was upstairs in my bedroom fast asleep. Then I saw Mommy tickle Santa underneath his beard so snowy white. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
Okay, that was Ann Bryan. Now we're coming up to our first commercial. And one of the most popular people in St. Mary's through the Front Porch Show is good old Joe for Hire.
Well, thank you, John. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe for Hire, and I run Joe for Hire Lawn Care Services right here in St. Mary's. We've been really busy with leaf fall cleanups this year because of the late fall, so I'm still getting calls for people to come do their leaves. And the kids help me out. Allison helps me out. I just like to say thank you to all my customers and all the support I've gotten over this last year from everyone. I really appreciate the business. And on behalf of the whole entire team at Joe for Hire, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ashton. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, welcome back. And we're gonna find out today how to make the perfect Christmas stuffing. Sometimes I don't even want to eat the turkey, I want to just eat the stuffing. And we have Dan Schroyer here from Schroyer Spices.
That's true, yeah. I wouldn't say it's perfect Christmas stuffing because everybody makes it a little bit differently and every stuffing is perfect in that way.
You look cold, maybe I can give you a nice little hug here. Put our hands over there, okay, very good. Okay, so what do we have to do first, Dan?
So the nice thing about this is that you can prepare a lot of this ahead of time. I do mine the night before I start, and what I do is I dry my bread, take a loaf of bread, cut it up into cubes. I set my oven at 350, and once it gets up to hot, then I just turn it off, put the bread in, and just let it sit there overnight. The next thing I do is make my sausage, which I take a pound of ground pork, and I use garlic, pepper, onion for the spice that I use. So you just mix it in with the ground pork, and you have your own sausage.
So you have all the spices for all of the ground pork to make your own sauce.
And this is the garlic, pepper, onion that we sell at the store. There's about 10 different taste profiles you can choose from. The other thing is that you cut up your veggies. So I got the onions, celery, and mushrooms. Put a little bit of olive amico garlic, roasted garlic, olive oil in there, and that can sit overnight. The third part is that you have to have broth and some poultry 8 spice that we sell at the store, and 2 eggs. And I put that all in here, beat it all up, and I let that sit in overnight. So then the next morning, when you come in, or in the evening, it's all ready. So you need a big pan. I have one here somewhere, but you put the bread in there, then you fry up the sausage. And you need to crumble it so that it's nice and crumbly. You put that in with the bread, toss it up, and then you toss it in the roasted garlic and vegetables. You're going to fry that in the same pan. Toss it into the breadcrumbs. Pour your broth, it's been sitting overnight, into there, and then you can either put it in a crock pot, an hour on high, and then 6 to 7 hours on low, or you can put it in the oven in a pan like this for an hour, 70 minutes, I think.
Oh, great. Now, if somebody wants to come into your store, you'll show them how to do this?
Oh, we'll make it for them. How's that? No. We won't do that. But we will tell you. We'll have the recipe there, and then we'll go over some things for you.
And for those of you in the audience and also looking in on Facebook, we're going to put the recipe also on our Facebook page, so you can just download from there with the contact of how to contact Dan if you need to get a hold of him and ask him some questions.
But make it your own. Make it your own. Yeah. That's the secret.
Okay, now there's another thing we can talk about just very briefly. One of the nice things I like to have at Christmas is some mulled wine or some mulled cider.
Right. So we have an excellent mulling package here. So where is it here? So we have with nuts and without nuts, and what it is: the cinnamon bark, cardamom, cloves. I have to go in here because my mind's going blank. Cranberries, almonds, allspice, anise-star, and cloves.
And you make that all in the store, correct?
And we make everything, all the seasonings in the store. No salt in any of our blends.
Now, if somebody wanted to vary it a bit, you could do that.
Yeah, within reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, if they want something really, really expensive, then they have to pay a bit more. Okay, wonderful. Now, one of the things I've done, because I tried out your recipe, it was delicious, but I found when I made mulled wine, and I found if I added raspberry cranberry juice, it was like a Christmas sangria. It was quite nice.
Mulled wine is a difficult one, and so is apple cider with this. I found you almost have to double for the cider, because this tends to turn apple juice into cider, and with mulled wine, yeah, it takes a little bit, and hot wine is not my favorite. But you let it cool, and it's good.
Yeah, and I would recommend get the raspberry cranberry juice. It makes it say like a sangria, but a Christmas sangria, and it's really quite nice. Well, thank you, Dan, for I would say coming in, but you didn't come in. Coming out? No, we don't talk about that either. Whoops. Okay. Next. Next we have the
family show.
It's a family show.
Wife out, please.
Okay.
John, when you go there, are you going to bring your own sausage?
Christmas show. As many of you know, this house was once the home behind you of the world-famous violinist Nora Clench. Not only was the young Nora a musical virtuoso, she was also a free spirit and was associated with men, here in St. Mary's and in her travels abroad. No doubt there were romantic encounters on this very porch. So, join us now as our usual suspects, Don and Fern, reimagine one such Christmas encounter from the past.
Wow, it's a beautiful night.
Yes, it was a great concert,
you
too.
See that moon? It's awesome.
Beautiful moon.
It's kind of cold, though. Would you like to come in for a while?
Oh, no, it's really rather late.
Oh, come on.
No, I've got to go home.
Just to warm up a little bit.
All right, but I really can't
But
stay.
baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
So happy that you dropped
so
in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands there just like
My mother will start to work.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
Your father will be pacing the floor.
Beautiful, what's your
So
hurry?
really, I better scurry.
Beautiful, what's your
Well,
hurry?
maybe we can have a drink more.
I'll put on a record, I'll pour.
The neighbors might think,
But baby, it's bad out there.
What's in this drink?
So much to be had out there.
I wish I knew how
Your eyes are like starlight
to break
now.
the spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell.
That's to say no nicer.
Can I move a little closer?
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't say.
That's the holdout,
Baby, it's cold outside. I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is
But
no.
baby, it's cold outside.
This welcome has been
How lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
My sister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look delicious.
My brother will be
Waves
very
upon a tropical shore.
I really can't
Gosh, your
stay.
lips look delicious.
Maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard before.
I've got to go home.
Baby, it's freeze out there.
So lend me your coat.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been grand.
Thrill when you touch my
I'm so
hand.
sincere.
How can you do this thing to me?
Bound to talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least
sorrow.
I'll leave plenty implied.
If you caught pneumonia and
I really
died,
can't stay.
get over the holdout.
Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Got the microphone on. That's good. I hope. There we go. Oh, and my hands are freezing right now. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just hold my hand. And baby, it's cold outside. Anyways, we've got Stacey Wheal from the town. I'm going to let her tell you what she does.
I'm with the Corporate Communications and Events Department.
And she's going to just cast your eyes across the river. You see the beautiful St. Mary's Christmas lights. Yeah, they're just so wonderful. So we got a few questions for Stacey, so you know a bit more about this wonderful thing at the time of the season. First, when did they start?
2001.
And who started them?
Okay, so bear with me here, and if I mispronounce names, forgive me, because it was before my time with the town. So it was James Timlin, our CAO at the time, our incoming CAO, brought the idea with him. So he was replacing Ken Story at the time, and Ken brought together a team. We have Ron and Alan, so Ron McKnight and Alan Gregory, who are actually still doing a lot of work with the lights. And it was, gotta get this right, Ted, because I keep wanting to say Todd, Ted Podesecki at the time as well. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, in the original display, how many figures were there?
So we started out with 30, but some of those had multiple parts to them.
Okay. And how many are there now?
So we're looking in the neighborhood of about 90 now.
Wow, we tripled. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And adding each year, how many new ones have been added this year?
So we have one new one this year from Quadro Communications. Yeah.
Okay. I noticed there's a little wiener dog over there too.
Yes, so Hodges Funeral Home, that's was their new display last year.
Okay. Fantastic. If somebody wants to create or sponsor something in the future, how do they do it and how much does it cost them? How long in advance do they have to tell you?
So we start sort of contacting our local businesses and service clubs in the fall because it takes some time to put them together. They're all made with wire frames and tube lighting, and like I said, our talented folks with Public Works put them together. So if you can give us lots of notice, that's great, and let us know sort of what you're looking for. You just contact us at the town. Either give us a call or you can contact us through our Facebook or email. If you go to townofstmarys.com/festive lights, there's more information there.
Okay. Now, I know you can't say, oh, these are my favorites, but that's what I'm going to ask you. There's some a few, because there's a lot of diverse ones that are. So give me an idea of the diversity of some of the displays and you know, if you can, some of the ones you really like.
Yeah, so I like really traditional Christmas. So I love the nativity scene, and we've got, we've got some fantastic animated displays as well. The rotary Santa and ski slope is really popular. So if you watch, you'll see some of the animated ones. And my nephews, they love dinosaurs. They can name them all. So we've got some dinosaurs and the Lions Club lions, and just really neat diversity of displays. Yeah.
And when can people see the lights? They're on obviously now, and but what, they go until when?
So they are on until the first week of January. Our Public Works team will start sort of taking them down January 8th. So, yeah.
And I saw on St. Mary's like tonight, somebody was asking, when do they come on?
Yeah, that we've said at dusk. So the technicality around that, I'm not exactly sure if it's a timer or what. I know tonight they came on around 5 o'clock. So, yeah.
Now, one of the things that's been around for a few years is being able to see them on a horse-drawn wagon. When can they do that?
Yeah, so we have 4 dates coming up. There's December 16th and 17th, so that's a Saturday and Sunday. And then we have the 23rd and 24th, so it's a great way to spend Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Well, St. Mary's certainly has a lot of beautiful traditions around here, and so the lights and the horse-drawn wagons are certainly one way to get into the festive season. We want this to go farther and wider. It's not just for St. Mary's. I know that I've seen busloads coming in here at times. What's the best way to let our friends in other communities know that we have these wonderful lights?
Yeah, so obviously word of mouth. This is an awesome show, so thank you for having us. And as well, the town is on Facebook and Twitter, so if you share our posts, that would be awesome. And yeah, if you want to just tell people to visit townofstmarys.com /festive lights to learn more, but yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Stacey.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is something that kids around a lot of them, when I used to be a substitute teacher, used to get this, and I'm gonna get rid of the hand mic because I have to, Jeff, where are you? Oh, there you are, because I'm gonna have to use this mic and I'm playing guitar.
Take
Yeah. Okay. And put on the thing so I don't drop it. Now I need your help on this one. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is one called The Marvelous Little Toy, but you don't just listen to me sing. You have to cooperate with me. Otherwise, I send you home. Or make you stay in at recess, one or the other. What I want you to do, the chorus goes, it went zip when it moved, and pop when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. But I want you to say the zip, pop, and whir. If you know all the words, great, but I want you to at least say the zip, pop, and whir. Let's practice, but it went, it went, zip, oh. It went when it moved and stop it. That was terrible. I need it louder than that, okay? Here we go. It went when it moved and got it. Okay, here we go.
All those rehearsals.
When I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy, my father homeward came to a night and brake to me a toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright. And the moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. You ready? It went when it moved and when it stopped and when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The first time that I picked it up, I had a big surprise, 'cause right on the bottom were two big buttons that looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one, then the other, then I twisted its lid, and when I set it down again, here is what it did. It went when it moved and when it stopped and when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. It first marched left, then marched right, then marched under a chair, and when I set it down down again, it wasn't even there. I started to cry, but my daddy laughed, cause he knew that I would find. When it turned around, my marvelous toy would be chugging from behind. It went, when it moved and when it stopped and when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The time has gone by too quickly, it seems. I have my own little boy. And yesterday I gave to him my marvelous little toy. His eyes nearly popped right out of his head, and he gave a squeal of glee. Neither one of us knows just what it is, but it loves it just like me. It goes when it moves and pops and when it stood still. I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. I never knew just what it was, and I guess, where am I? Guess, I never will. There we go, my fingers are frozen. Oh man, oops, this has got a cord on it. Okay. Oh, my fingers are frozen.
Not such a good idea.
Okay, got an ad here. Sunrays.
Hi, everybody. Closer. Hi, everybody. It's Mary and Casey here from Sunrays. And we're downtown, 113 Queen Street East, the big yellow building. Is it not on? Is it on?
Nope. Here, let's try it.
I think you got it now.
Hello, hello.
There we go. Hey, it's Mary and Casey from Sunrays, 113 Queen Street East, downtown. We are the big yellow building downtown. As you know, we carry men's and ladies' clothing and swimwear. We carry purses and jewelry. We do manicures and pedicures. But tonight, we're going to focus on our menswear. And I have a model here. So my model is Casey. So Casey is starting out showing you that we carry a .0 leather jacket with a zip-in hoodie. Okay, yeah. So next Casey is wearing an ultralight jacket, which is good for, you know, nice nights like tonight. Okay?
Can't get off.
Next, Casey has a .0 reversible sweater. Now Casey is showing us the .0 button-down shirt.
.0.
It's all .0. Underneath, we have a plain white men's shirt, comes in different colors at the store. And he is also showing us his .0 stretch denim jeans. Now, next, we also carry a line of Lazy One men's comical boxers. Now, around our house, it's usually we're saying, "It wasn't me."
Can I buy that right now?
And when we go to bed at night, we celebrate this great country we live in, Canada. So there's more styles available at Sunrays. So we'll see everyone at the end of the show also. We have a $10 gift certificate for everyone, our Christmas present from Sunrays. Thank you for your time.
Oh boy, there we go. Mary told me she had something special. Okay, we're going to continue on with our show. Oh boy, my fingers are still thrown. What, Rob? Why didn't you put?
That was really something.
That was great. That was great. Wonderful. This is really good. This show's turning out great. Like I say so myself. If you know how much chaos goes into this show, you would be rather amazed at what's happening here. Okay. Now, we have Emily Stokman here. And Emily, if you've been to the vet clinic recently, she's rather a new person there. Am I correct?
Yeah, I just started in August.
August, yeah. And she's been a great addition to the vet clinic. Do you have an official title?
I'm a veterinary technician.
Okay. Fantastic. And as you know, we have the best vet clinic in the world, I think. We've had several dogs, and we had to put down. Unfortunately, if you've watched the Front Porch Show in the summer, we had a dog that was Ollie, and we had to put him down recently, unfortunately. But the vet clinic was super. They know how to make a bad situation at least bearable, and we have great memories of Ollie. Anyways, on with that, Emily. Christmas is coming. A lot of people say, "Oh, we're going to buy a pet," and especially with some of the kids are saying, "I wanted this and I wanted that." How can people think about buying pets efficiently for their loved ones?
Well, you always want to remember that owning a pet is a lot of work, whether or not it's a gerbil or it's a dog. You have to make sure you have room for whatever pet you want, and you also have to make sure that you know exactly what they need so that when you get the pet, you can keep them long term and not have them end up in a shelter or something like that.
And what are some of the considerations people have to do? You've given some, but there's a few other ones, like, for example, how much it's going to cost.
So how much space you have, how much it's going to cost. Working at a vet clinic, you realize real fast how much animals cost to get them everything they need, their shots, flea, tick prevention, everything that you need. Also need to know how old the kids are, or sort of whether you live in the country, whether you live in the city, how much room you have for the pet, how much time you can devote to the pet. There's many things to think about. Also what kind of pet you want.
When you're looking at very different pets, certainly there's a time commitment for each one. When you're looking at a dog or cat, how many years is that time commitment?
So cats can be very special creatures and can live to be 20 years old, but I'd say your average cat probably lives to be between 10 and 12 years old. And then again, some dogs can be phenomenal and live to be old men, but usually, or women, they can be grumpy old dogs. Sorry. But no, I'd say your average dog, small dogs live longer. Chihuahuas can live to be 20 years old, but I'd say your average big dog lives to be probably about 10 years. So your commitment could be anywhere between 8 to 10 years, depending on.
Okay, what about things like rabbits?
I had a rabbit for about 10 years. Most bunnies don't live that long. I'd say about 6.
Okay, guinea pigs?
I'm not sure. I had a friend who had a 13-year-old guinea pig, but I'd probably say about 6, 8 years, something like that.
And I've had hamsters. They don't live very long, about 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And rats and mice, I'm sure the same. I'm not even going to talk about snakes. Does anybody know how long a snake lasts?
Not long in my
house. Not long in your house. Okay.
Don't even go there, Frank.
Okay. And one of the other considerations, I know that we have had 2 dogs. We have 1 dog and a cat now. But certainly one of the things you have to think about is if you want to travel a lot.
Yes. So there are many places that you can leave your pets. Sometimes people send their pets to St. Mary's Vet Clinic. And there are also other places, boarding places, holiday farms, many other places that your dog can go for a vacation while you're on vacation.
Okay, and what kind of dogs? Because people have children, right? And when you're buying dogs, cats are cats. That's all there is to it. But when you're buying a dog, some breeds are better with children. What are some of the breeds that are good with children?
Breeds that are great for children are labs, golden retrievers. They love everyone. Any sort of mixed breed of dog, bulldogs, things like that are sort of more easygoing and they don't mind children crawling all over them and pulling at their fur and stuff like that.
And where's a good place to get a pet?
Adopting is always a wonderful option at the SPCA, the Humane Society, dog rescues. Obviously breeders are a place to get them as well. You would want to avoid puppy mills and obviously things like that. But some people do get them off Kijiji and have wonderful luck, but I would say always try and adopt first because there are many wonderful dogs that need homes that don't have them.
Now, what happens sometimes is that about 2 months after Christmas, I know this happened when I lived in England, the Humane Society there was saying, people just bring back their dogs, we're left with all these dogs. What are some ways that we can avoid having a whole bunch of dogs and cats about 2 months after Christmas being dumped on a Humane Society?
It sort of starts at the beginning, so when you first want to adopt the dog or the cat, it's about informed ownership and about sort of knowing what you're going to get before you get it, so that you're prepared to keep the animal financially, space-wise, doing your research, just sort of being an informed owner and informed consumer, so you can keep the dog or the cat long-term.
Okay. Now, for those of us who have pets, we buy our pets Christmas gifts.
They do.
And we do. And what are some of the popular gifts that you would suggest for a dog or a cat?
So dogs and cats obviously love food, so treats are wonderful things to get them. Also toys, we sell wonderful toys. There are toys sold in the community. There are toys sold at St. Mary's Vet Clinic. They always love that. Toys, food, beds. I know some people even buy sweaters for their dogs, and they look very cute in those. I don't know how much the dogs like them, but the humans do. But those are always wonderful options for your pet for Christmas.
Yeah, I've heard if you go to McPhail's, you can even get something and make sure your dog looks like either Santa or a reindeer. But we'll see about that. Do you have any pets yourself, Emily?
So I had a rabbit for about 10 years, and at the moment I don't own, but I do have a horse.
Woo! And what made you choose the rabbit, and what made you choose the horse?
So the rabbit was actually a gift. So I was one of those people who got a rabbit for Christmas. And then horses I've been riding since I was about 8 years old, and I've always loved them, so.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Your hands warm, my hands are freezing. But I'm Canadian, I can do this. Okay, we now are going to Tom and Carolyn, and they're going to sing you a medley.
I got some mitts for you, too.
Okay, thank you.
I understand that they're having trouble finding Carolyn. Did she show up?
She just arrived.
Just arrived. Okay.
Because Frank was going to suggest that I sing, and I was kind of hoping to
Well,
avoid
that was
that.
just the bottom line. Maybe if we had to throw in something, right? But Carolyn's here?
Carolyn's here, but she'll take a while to set up. So
Car that just drove in.
Car that just drove in. Okay, so why don't we do a silent night or something like that? How's that?
It's up to Frank.
Well, Tom's going to
He's
do
the musical director.
Will you do Silent Night?
Tom, is Carolyn here?
Yeah, she's just pulled into the car now.
So you guys are going to do a song together, right?
Yes.
Okay, while we're waiting
You want to
for
do a
you.
little sing-along, please?
What's that?
Sing along.
You want to sing along?
Yeah, you emphasize the please.
John and Don, here we go. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
Come on, everybody.
Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Come on, St. Mary's, here we go. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright.
Right, there we go.
And may all your Christmases be white. Okay, one more, everybody. You ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
says something, all right. You'd better watch out, better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, for goodness sake. You better watch out, better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I'll take one there, watch.
Yeah, one of the next ones. Just we gotta do it. It's good.
He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming to
And speaking of Santa, we now have Santa Claus. Oh, here he is. Oh, look at this. Come on.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Okay.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay. So, here we go. We got Charlotte. Charlotte L. Hi, Charlotte. What's that? A reindeer. Frank, that doesn't look like a reindeer.
That looks like, what is it, Dashing the red-nosed reindeer. And there's Fluffy.
It's a reindeer from another country.
That is, that is a reindeer from another country for sure.
Very good.
Can the reindeer do tricks?
Can the reindeer do tricks? Where's the microphone?
No.
Can the reindeer do tricks? Microphone's right there. There we go. Okay. Can the reindeer do tricks?
No.
No. What does the reindeer do then?
Sleep.
Okay, very good. Well, Santa, come on up here, okay?
Thank you for bringing that reindeer up here. Thank you, Charlotte. How about a nice hand for Charlotte and the reindeer? Hey, come on, put your feet back on there. Okay, we'll see you a little later. I love it.
Santa, we love you!
We love you, Santa!
I think that deer, that reindeer, is for delivering miniature things, right?
Yeah, sure. That's like.
You're very cooperative. I like that. Okay. When did this Santa thing start?
Oh,
I've got a microphone here.
I don't get my own.
No, you don't take mine.
You don't get a gift. For me, it started back in the 80s.
Okay. And when did you leave the North Pole to come live in St. Mary's?
Oh, probably around in the 80s also.
Okay, those 80s were really popular. Okay, and do you have to keep your phone number unlisted?
No. I have the phone number right here. If somebody wants to come and get it after, you children who want to phone Santa, I got my number to give to you free, okay?
All right!
Fantastic. Okay. What do you do the rest of the year? You don't have to hold the thing. I can hold it.
It's like working with Johnny Carson.
But he's dead.
Sorry, John. Okay. Oh, I do wood carvings. I do all kinds of wood carvings.
Okay. This is like, pass the baton here. This is good. Okay. Well, how many letters do you get every year?
Oh. I get tons and tons. We don't count them. We just answer them.
Okay, well, I've seen you often on a cart going around town. What happened to your sleigh?
Well, you don't want snow down here, all those, so we just get something else.
Okay. And where do the reindeer go in the summer when you're in St. Mary's?
The snow melts a little bit up there, and they just stay up there.
Okay. Now, pictures of Santa that I've seen show somebody that's a bit taller than you. Can you explain this?
Those are those wide lens cameras.
You mean the kind that Peter McCasher uses?
I never met the man.
Okay, Frank, you gotta be, where's Frank? Here's the big question, Art. Santa, we all really want to know tonight, Art, because that's your other name you go by, your nom de plume. Are you really Santa Claus?
I've thought about this one, and I'm going to answer it my way when I need the microphone. When I'm walking, coming out of where I stay in St. Mary's, and a little girl comes walking by, and this is July, and she looks up and goes, "Hi, Santa." Or I go to the hairdressers next door, and they go, "Santa, will you be at my little girl's Christmas this year?" Then I appreciate that they realize who I am.
Well, Frank, you got something really special right now, haven't you?
Well, I do, and thank you, Santa. Art. I've had the pleasure of knowing this guy. A lot of people live here in St. Mary's. How many people have not seen Art before? We've all seen Art down the street. That he's a fixture in this town. So he inspired me to write a song about Santa. So the song is called "Is Art Really Santa Claus?" Okay. Easy. Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? Okay. Let's try it one more time, kids. All the kids in the crowd, because this is going to build up a little bit. Okay, you ready, Art? Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? He's got a long white fluffy beard, runs down his chest up to his ears. On Christmas Eve he disappears. Is Art really Santa? A crop of hair that looks like snow by goes halfway down his nose. His tummy droops and overflows. Is Art really Santa? Here we go. Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? Wears a two-piece suit, white and red, matching cap on his head, big black boots and rosy cheeks. The question is Art really? Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? He's got a sleigh tucked in his barn, reindeer chow down on his farm, one with a big red nose that glows. Is Art really Santa? Hand hands candy canes out on the street. To all the children for a treat. Sings jingle bells a bit off key. Is Art really Santa? Here we go. Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? Now is it me or just a whim? He kinda looks like Santa's twin. Could it be true? Could it be him? Is Art really Santa? Here we go. Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really one more? Is Art really Santa Claus? Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Is Art really Santa Claus? Is Art really Santa? I believe he is. Thank you, Art.
You really are going to bring me a gift, though, aren't you? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, get ready to sleep up for December 24th, okay? Well, finally, you didn't think parking would be so difficult, did you? Welcome to the Front Porch Show. We had humble beginnings with about 30 people, and I have no idea how many we have tonight, but thank you, everybody, for coming out. It's a blast. So we now have Carolyn Burchill and Tom Osgerby. Say that 5 times. Say that 5 times quickly. And they're going to sing a Christmas medley for you. Thank you.
A ball song for John to pick first. That's the first one we're doing. Is this mic even on?
Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom's mic?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like those I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Oh, I'm dreaming
That was great. Well, we'll make sure we get reserved parking for you another time. Okay. Very good. I thank you for coming out. That's great, because I'm sure you were just biting your nails on the way here, trying to get here on time. Beautiful. Well, we're getting near the end of our show, and yeah, we hope it becomes a tradition for St. Mary's in the future. We've really enjoyed it, and so let's end it off with just something special.
Wave to the camera, everybody.
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh.
O'er the fields we go,
Laughing all the way.
making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, thank you very much. Where's Frank? He disappears all the time. Frank, we're going to do Home St. Mary's.
Let's do that.
Okay, where we do the credits. Sing it, please, yes. So we're going to do the credits here, Frank. Where'd you disappear? Was nature calling?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You need to be in front.
I was born in Ontario, place to stand, a place to grow. From Pickle Lake to Point Lake, no place I'd rather be. My hometown they call Stonetown, prettiest town for miles around. Little falls laugh, people share smiles, treat you like family. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Can't count the times I've been amazed, I've been blessed, how God is great. I was led to this special place, it's quite a mystery. Anyone can be your friend, farmers' fields they never end. Through it all flows the mighty Thames. What a sight to see. Come on, children. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Oh, home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Little louder. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Oh, home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Left behind me many miles on old highways, on open trails. When times got tough, when all else failed, I knew where I should be. Back in my hometown they call Stonetown, prettiest town for miles around. Little falls laugh, people share smiles, they sing in harmony. You ready? Tell the world, go! Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Oh, home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Clap along. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Come on. Home St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Clap along.
Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. One more. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me.
It's my home, St. Mary, St. Mary's home to me. It's my home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's home to me. All right, baby.
And peace on earth.